Are you looking to get custom merch for your band? PM Star Promotions is producing all types of promotional items such as shirts, hats, stickers, banners, koozies, skate decks, and much, much more. All products are imprinted in the USA and made to last while keeping your cost as low as possible. Need a shirt design or logo made? The PM Star team has over 20 years experience in graphic design to make your ideas come to life. PM Star Promotions is making their way by working alongside with national bands and record labels including Crowbar, Goat Whore, and Ripple Music. To get customized, dependable work or check out the package deals that fit your budget and other exciting offers, please check out our featured collection on Facebook, PM Star Promotions, or visit www.pmstarpromo.com. It's time to get noticed.
Back to the MetalHandOfGaming podcast, the most dangerous podcast on the planet. I am your host, Wayne, and you know this crew of people. You're going to say who you all are?
I don't know what direction we're going in.
Oh, the same as you, always. You first.
Okay, well, you got somebody sitting next to you.
I know.
I am a guy who is happy to be on a podcast with the Rum Guy.
Yeah, Rum Guy!
And of course, you know, the Rum Guy. And sitting beside me,
I'm happy to be on the cast with Buck Lightning.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck are you talking about, Gary?
That's Gary. That's Gary, everybody. Uber Gary is here. Well, Rum.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back finally.
Yeah, man. I'm back. That's about it. That's all I
having
got.
sex?
What? I'm having sex? What?
Yeah, because the last time you were on, you said you were having sex for the first time.
Yep. Remember, that's my memory.
What are you talking about?
What he's saying is, flicks, rum, and have sex now.
Yeah, you're no longer a virgin, Rum. I'm so proud of you.
You know what? Happy. And I finally had my first drink.
Uh-huh. First drink for today?
No, everything's cool, man. It's busy up here. It's hot as shit, and you know what else is new?
Oh yeah. It's fucking nasty over here. It's been raining pretty shittily.
Yeah. You guys are getting dumped on.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been raining pretty well. Like, it hasn't really done a shitty job of raining.
Well, I mean, by shittily, I mean it's terrible weather.
Well, you guys are getting definitely shit on. You usually got to pay extra for that, so you should be thankful.
Man, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have to. It's pretty easy for people to shit on me.
Yeah.
I can make it happen right now, frankly.
So what is new on the MHOG?
Well, we can knock this Mondo game out right quick if you want to do that.
Let's do it because the people want to know.
Well, everybody knows that we're having a Mondo contest.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean it's just a really big contest.
No!
Mondo's a company.
No. But today, right now, it will be the last phrase that pays. And Buck Lightning will be saying it right now. Oh, we're so prepared, aren't we? This is amazing.
Wait, do you want me to insert the phrase that pays jingle?
Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Ready? Right, go.
Phrase that pays, yeah.
And go.
I really hate that. All of it. All of everything.
Well, that's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so just to remind everybody, Over the course of this past month, we've said 3 different phrases. The second one was super fucking confusing.
Yes, it was.
I don't even remember it, to be quite honest. The fact of the matter is, if you got the second phrase completely wrong, we'll still keep you in the fucking comments. Fucked it up so badly. Anyway.
It was amazing.
So you need all 3 phrases from over the course of the month. We can't tell you what days, mostly because we don't remember.
No.
I remember.
So you had to go through all the episodes this month to find all 3. This is the 3rd one. And you need a screen capture proving that you've subscribed to us on iTunes or whatever your podcast catcher is.
Screen capture.
You need a screenshot proving that you like us on Facebook. All that will get you 1 entry if you email us at mhogbooking@gmail.com.
Yes.
What was that, Adam?
I'm not repeating it. With with the subject matter Mondo contest, because we have to be able to easily find all this shit. And then if you want to take screen caps of having liked us on Instagram, where we're MHOG_podcast.
What was that, Adam?
Not repeating it. Or, on Twitter at MHOG podcast, no underscore on that one. Tumblr, wherever we're found, if you want to subscribe to us, we'll give you an additional entry as long as you fulfill the first obligations.
Yes.
So, with all that in mind,
here we go.
The final phrase. God damn, I'm starting to sound like a fucking DJ. Thanks, Wayne.
Phrase that pays. Here we go.
Fucking
Phrase that pays.
Anyway. So I'm gonna draw on another movie that really changed the course of my life, and
Minions.
So an American Quilt.
No, it's Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
Nice.
Good one.
I'm gonna go with G.I. Joe the movie.
Ooh.
Final phrase is, the crowd ain't the only thing that's going bananas.
And you heard it here, folks. You heard it here. That phrase changed his life.
Wow.
Not so much that phrase.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was gonna go with Ski School for a second, but I was like, you know what? For impact on me, which is,
I think that was the one that Gary was talking about you masturbating a million times too.
No. I know what the fuck Gary's talking about. Gary, shut up. Gary, he's talking about career opportunities.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, Gary. Ever.
You did.
Wayne said that. Wayne had to Wayne is the Rosetta Stone to Garyism.
And you're jealous of it.
Man. That should be the name of the title of this fucking episode.
The movie Career Opportunities had is one of the first. No, the first time I saw Jennifer Connelly was Labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
Fucking 8 or whatever. But Career Opportunities is this movie with a guy named Frank Whaley. If you've ever seen Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah.
Nope,
he's the guy that's he's big and black. That guy that gets shot in the face, Kahuna Burger.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That guy. So he had a movie called Career Opportunities where he's this fuck up / pathological liar who's forced to work in a Target, and this is back when Target was lower than Kmart.
Wow.
And he's forced to work in a Target overnight, as the cleanup guy, and the rich girl in town, played by Jennifer Connelly, sneaks in. For some reason, I forget what she's planning to do. I think she was robbing the place and fell asleep or something. I don't know. So they end up having this romantic comedy situation. He fucks her, and then Dermot Mulroney shows up.
Nice.
And then she rides one of those old quarter horses. One of those horses, you stick the quarter in, it goes up and down.
Fuck yeah.
She's wearing a tank top. And she's, back then Jennifer Connelly was like.
So it's just like Rhinestone Cowboy.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's not. Not even close.
Also, Rum loses points for not saying that. It's just like a rhinestone cow.
Right? Yeah. He lost out on that one. He could have.
I don't know that song.
Oh, lies.
But no, that just that one scene of it, and it literally only lasts maybe 20 seconds of her just bouncing up and down on the horse.
I mean,
that
you last
explains
20
a lot,
seconds.
man.
Oh my god! No! I hit, believe me, the rewind button on that VHS. 'Cause I don't even think I had a remote. I think I had to like stand next to the VHS player and just keep hitting rewind every 20 seconds.
Wow.
I mean, granted, it only took a minute and a half, but you know, like that's like 4 rewinds.
Right. That's
carpal
fucked.
tunnel in your thumb is what that is.
Right, because you have to like double fist that shit. You jerking off and hitting the rewind button at the same time, man. You lose your fucking stroke, everything.
Like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same
Yeah,
time.
right.
Thank you for thinking I'm blessed enough to be double fisting it, but no. Sadly, no.
Oh, my
Well,
bad.
speaking of
Double
things,
fisting.
new movies and stuff. I have a question. Maybe you guys have already talked about it. I don't know. The new series or movie called Dark Tower.
I love that.
I have not.
I read the books.
We have not talked about it, but it's coming soon.
That trailer is freaking amazing.
Yes, it is.
It does look really good. I don't know anything about it though. I've
It's
never
a
read.
real
I've
good
never read the
series.
books.
You're our go-to guy with stuff like that. Have you seen the trailer?
I've seen the trailer. I've not read the books. I know a fair bit about it. It's actually. Do y'all like Stephen King books?
Yes.
Any of them?
Mhm.
Some of them.
Okay, so the Dark Tower series, is
Well, Gary, not to interrupt you, Gary. You said you read the books, right?
I read most of them.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Adam.
well, the Dark Tower series is basically this epic that Stephen King's been writing literally his whole professional career, and every story that he writes like connects to it in some way.
Neat.
There's always like a little, sometimes it's just a little Easter egg or something like that, but basically it's kind of a fantasy world where there's still like cowboys is the wrong word, but sort of the Western.
They're like cowboy knights. They're like knights. They've been around for like a long time. That's what I'm gathering from it.
Yeah, but they sort of dimension hop, and there's all these things. What's interesting about the movie is that the movie takes place after the final book in the Dark Tower series.
Oh, okay. So this is an
the world is
add-on.
destroyed.
Well,
Well,
what
actually,
happens apparently at the end? I didn't read the last book. Maybe Gary did, but basically what happened. Oh, Gary, did you read the last book? 'Cause
No,
I
I did. But no, I did. But I do know about the last book.
Okay, so at the end of the last book, like it's sort of like you remember the scene from the second Matrix movie where they said like this has happened before and happens again. It's an everlasting cycle.
Yes.
That,
Mhm.
That's how it is.
basically, that's what happens at the end of the last book is they find out that time is just resetting itself, and this has happened before.
So it's like a loop.
The Dark Tower is always resets.
Only this time, like something happens. Like he gets this magic item or something like that at the end of the last book. So the movie takes place after the last book. Only this time in this series, if it's successful, he has the possibility of beating the Dark Man.
Nice.
Because
Played by Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
yeah, 'cause everybody heard the book The Stand, right?
Yeah.
The protagonist of The Stand is the same protagonist in
In the Dark Towers.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So there you go.
Very
The-
cool. And you get a shiny quarter for saying protagonist.
You do.
Cool.
You do. And here's the quarter.
Nice.
Here you go. I actually gave him a quarter. I
Damn,
really
that's
did.
awesome.
I gave him a shiny quarter.
They did say that you don't have to have read any of the books to understand the movie, though.
Well, I think what
that's
I got,
good.
I've been watching and doing a lot of reading on it. Like I said, I have never seen the book. I'm familiar with them being there, but I've never read them. I really want to now. And it's kind of neat because without reading the books and just watching the trailers and there's some behind the scenes stuff of it on YouTube and stuff already. It's really kind of cool. I see the knights, the gunslingers.
Yeah.
They kind of remind me of Ghost Riders
Okay.
in a way. Like in the Ghost Riders, that they were like in every generation there is a Ghost Rider, and
Right,
they protect us
right.
from evil and that sort of thing. It's very, I'm not gonna say similar, or I don't want to draw a parallel to that, but I get that type of vibe from it. Like there's there's kind of like Underworld in a way too. There's a world we don't know about. There's a battle. That whole thing.
In a world.
In a world. In a world.
Well, actually, one of the books too, he actually does come to like the natural day and time. He
Okay.
actually meets someone from the real world.
Oh, okay.
Gunslinger. I'm not gonna say who
So
it is.
I really dig on things like this, like, and I like to see how especially like a writer like Stephen King, who's been he's got a great track record. Yes, I may not have liked everything he's done, but I'm not going to tear the man apart because of it. I mean, he said
No, that was the van.
Great stories. We grew up with this stuff. So I'd like to see, because this seems to be, even though apparently it's taken him a long time to do it, it seems like this could be a great, one of his best. I really feel like if it's done right, this could be something amazing coming to theaters. I think it's going to be very, very cool.
He didn't write the movie.
If not, it's going to disappoint a whole lot of people.
Well, I hope he had some finger in some finger in it.
Like Rum did this week.
Oh. No, I hope he had something to do with it, just so it keeps that vibe, you know, because he apparently wrote the books.
He approved the script, but he didn't write it.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope it's cool. I hope it does well.
I tried to read the first Dark Tower book.
Who's doing it? Who's directing? Is it like a Justin Lin movie or?
I don't think so.
I was just curious. I don't know who's directing it.
No, this is a random choice. Like, was Justin Lin directing it? I don't know.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
People we know.
Who is Justin Lin?
He did stuff with Star Trek movies and stuff like that.
He did the last Star Trek movie and the last two Fast and the Furious movies.
Gotcha.
That reminds me. I have something to bring up about that too.
Well, bring it up.
Oh, well, I didn't know if we were done with this side, but
ahead.
I didn't know if Adam might know who was directing, because you're pretty good at that stuff too.
No, I don't know who's directing.
Okay, well, let me go into this. Speaking of Justin Lin and Star Trek movies, I finally watched the last Star Trek movie.
It's really good.
I was actually pleasantly surprised. I liked it better than the first one.
It's very good.
I think a lot of it was because Spock didn't talk a lot, and Bones just made a lot of faces.
That's the best review of any movie I've ever heard. Because that one guy barely spoke, and the other guy
just made faces.
I think I saw in Kangaroo when I was a kid.
Well, I was watching it, you know, and I'm like, all right, it's on Hulu, so I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, this is cool. And I actually like the storyline. It was very cool. I like the whole history of how it was, how it went back, and the twist at the end. For those who hadn't seen it, I'm sure everybody's seen it by now. But
not as many people as you'd think. I don't think the movie did that well.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw out a spoiler. There is a part in it where this movie's been out a while. I could probably mention something about it.
Yeah, it's been out for a year now.
This is where Spock's father passes in it while this is going on. I remember in the original series, watching those old episodes and stuff of
Rum.
What?
Are you talking about the second movie where Khan is in it, or the third movie?
No. Whatever one. Where Spock's, what is it? Is that the third one?
Yeah.
The Spock's dad doesn't die.
No.
Spock's dad dies in the movie I just watched.
I don't remember the second one that well, but if you're talking like the major death in the third one was
they find the USS Franklin.
Spock
was Leonard Nimoy.
No, listen to me. I'm not talking about the original Star Treks. I'm talking about the last ones with.
No, we understand. Spock's dad didn't die. That is Leonard Nimoy's character, the Spock from the original universe.
Yeah.
That's not his father.
No. Listen, Spock from the original universe was not in this movie.
He was in all three. Well, technically he wasn't in the third one because he was dead in the third one.
Right.
He's dead in this one. I'm telling you, whichever one it is. If it's 2 or it's 3, they go. They get crash landed in on a planet. He has to find the rest of the crew. There's this weird white chick because she's
that's the third one.
Spock's dad. That's Leonard Nimoy. It's the Spock from the original universe.
Dude, original Spock was not in the movie. I literally just finished watching it.
Yeah, because but that wasn't about Spock's dad.
No, I'm trying to get to a point. I was referencing one section of the movie. It's not about that. This happens in that movie. Spock finds out his dad is dead.
Yes.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
That's why he's trying to tell Kirk he's going to leave Starfleet.
No. Rum, listen to me. Leonard Nimoy died between the second and third movie. That version of Spock exists in that universe. He died. The original, the version of Spock from the other universe, the original movies, they addressed that in the third movie. It's not Spock's dad. It's not Sarek. It's Spock. It's old Spock.
I got you, dude. I got you, dude. Please follow me here.
Just listen to what Rum's saying. He's not talking about Leonard anymore. Right
I
now.
may be coming across confusing, which I probably am to you, but let me clarify. I'll do the Cliff Notes version. I'm not giving the Cliff Notes version of the whole movie, just what I'm trying to get across as a point. Chris Pine and him are standing in an elevator. Spock wants to tell him something. Pine's going to be leaving. He's going to become like vice admiral or something. Spock wants to say, my dad's dead. Oh, okay. That whole thing, it rolls up. That's like an underlying thing that later on comes out towards the end of the movie. Is that what you're going to tell me in the elevator? No, he gets his father's things delivered to him.
Yes.
Okay, you'll be on the same page now?
I am.
No.
And Bones make a face.
Thank you, Gary. Adam, what am I not getting across? I'm not saying the movie's entirely about Spock's dad being dead.
Spock's dad doesn't die in this movie.
They say his father dies in his dead. He said, "I'm so sorry to hear about your father."
Don't literally die in the movie. You don't see that.
Said, "I'm sorry, Ambassador Spock died." Spock's dad has
Bones on the planet says, "I'm so sorry to hear about your father." That's what he says.
And in one corner we got Adam.
Quinto's got a big sheath of
the
metal.
The other corner we got Justin.
Well, whoever died. Okay, go to the next part of your story, Rum.
Oh no, yeah, you ruined it now.
I didn't ruin nothing. I'm going with you.
No, I'm done. Anyway, it was a decent movie.
Yeah, I liked it actually. I thought it was very good.
But honest to God, dude, I know some people were calling him one thing, but they were referring to him as his father. His father died. He was going to leave Starfleet to continue on in his father's footsteps.
Right. I do remember that.
I do too. I have no idea what Adam's talking about.
I literally own the movie. I've seen it like 8 times. I promise you. You're all wrong. All of you. Look, you keep arguing. You're wrong.
How? What is wrong about it, dude?
None of Spock's dad, Sarek, did not die in that story. They addressed the fact that Leonard Nimoy died.
Right, I will give you that. They do address that because he opens up the box and they show a picture.
Yes, that's the stuff. That's the person who died. That's what they're talking about. The reason that Spock is leaving Starfleet is because he recognizes like the mortality and that his race is almost at an end, and he feels like he needs to go and propagate the species.
Right, but they did bring
Pon far, bro.
It has nothing to do with Sarek. Sarek's still alive. His dad's still alive in this movie.
Pon far.
Okay, putting that aside as your interpretation. Putting that aside. When they show the photo of Leonard Nimoy and the cast of Star Trek, they showed Captain Kirk and all the the original people as he's opening it up. Does that not create a time paradox in that universe? Because all of the characters in that photo are all right there.
That is pretty interesting, yeah.
No.
So how does that make any sense?
Because it's an alternate universe.
No, it is not an alternate universe. No, these are the originals, apparently. These are I am the real Captain Kirk, and I am the real Spock. And Spock's apparently in a lifetime loop. And, everything, it didn't make any sense. It was like, wow, it's like bringing back like an iPhone back to 1923. You'll ruin the space-time continuum.
Hey, I've seen pictures from 1923 that have people with fucking cell phones. Yeah.
With pictures.
Yeah, I saw one of the guy standing in the crowd.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Match.
That was
pretty
weird.
cool, yeah. But see, that's all I'm saying.
This is why people miss the Rum Guy on the show.
Because the Rum Guy is the shit. He brings the problems.
Yeah, I was really into the movie till that point, and then it was like, well, you just fucked it all up.
But then he made another funny face, and you're like, all right, I'm back.
No, he was gone. I had, Bones was at the end of that, and whatever. I don't care about him.
What did you think of the white girl?
Hot.
Right?
Yeah.
Y'all know who that is?
No.
even with the teeth. Yeah.
If you've seen Kingsman or trailers, because nobody's seen the new Mummy movie, but the trailers for the new Mummy movie, she is the assassin, the sidekick assassin chick in Kingsman.
Nice.
And she's the mummy in the new Mummy movie.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you happen to find that elusive, what the fuck's his name? Who's the dude from the Mummy?
Tom Cruise.
Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. No, not Brendan Fraser. If you happen to find that elusive Tom Cruise pop, man, you better grab a hold of it.
Why is that?
Because they pulled it.
Why they pulled it?
I don't know. They never.
Something to do with Scientology?
They never said reason why they pulled it from the line, but it's pulled from the line, and some have slipped through. And
Because Tom Cruise did not like the shape of his head.
possibly.
That's true. That's what I heard.
And the ones that have slipped through are now selling for over $800. So if you happen to find one, I would say pick it up.
And if you happen to find one, that's literally the only pop from that line that will ever be worth anything. Because
you are correct. You are correct.
Really, the movie, it just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, but it didn't do well.
It didn't do good at all.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Bond movie.
It's.
I wanted to see
I'm wondering
it.
if at the end of it they pull out a picture of Brendan Fraser.
That would be cool. Like Tom Cruise is looking at Brendan Fraser going,
Yeah.
Is
It's
this
like
me? Is this me?
I don't know. You think they might pull out a picture of Brendan Fraser as well?
I don't know.
Oh no, I like Brendan Fraser better.
And Colin
Brendan
McCall.
He's
Brendan
like,
Fraser had a TV show. He used to be on Cheers.
Him and Colin McGregor could get together and fight.
I just made that joke.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
I love you. Anyway.
Anyway.
Did you guys hear about Jake Lloyd?
Who?
Jake Lloyd.
The kid from the first
Star Wars movie.
Star Wars prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy got run over?
No. The kid who played young Anakin Skywalker in the
That kid.
episode
No,
one.
what'd he do?
First off, he went completely crazy and he started robbing people. So he went
Opioid epidemic.
he went to jail, and now he's been transferred from regular prison to the psych ward because he's suffering from extremely delusional schizophrenia.
Has he tried to open things with his mind?
I don't know, but they say now he is getting help and he's getting better. But the reason he went completely crazy was because of Star Wars.
Is he jumping and straddling the cafeteria bench thinking it's a land speeder?
Nah, he said he was basically quote unquote bullied a lot in school.
I blame Jar Jar.
You know.
Yes.
So he just went crazy.
He's had literal adults saying he sucked since he was 10 years old.
Right, and it really fucked him up, and now he's hopefully he gets better.
Well,
but
I didn't think he was bad as a 10-year-old actor. I just didn't like the movie.
No, the movie wasn't that good, but the kid was okay.
It's not his fault. He
was fucking like 8 or 9 years old. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Blame the
come
kid.
on.
People
That's
still
like hating the kid from The Sixth Sense. It's not his fault. It was a decent movie.
he grew
Some
up.
people liked it. Some people didn't.
He saw dead people.
Frickin' Schindler's List, same thing.
There were children in Schindler's List.
Yeah,
but they were all laying on the ground.
They didn't do it. They didn't do much. They didn't do much in that movie. Oh.
That's the name of the podcast, Schindler's Kids.
No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Great idea.
And okay, so that was one of the stories I had was about Jake Lloyd needing to get some help, and he said he finally is getting some help, and
I got a story.
so that's good. Oh yeah, what you got?
I got a story where we can make a whole bunch of hits on YouTube.
Ooh, okay.
Be famous.
How are we gonna do this?
All right, I'm gonna take a couple of your DVDs over there. All right.
All right, you're gonna take my DVDs.
Hold them up to my chest.
Hold them up to your chest.
I'm gonna borrow my friend's Desert Eagle 50 caliber pistol.
Okay.
You gonna get 100. You gonna get about a foot away from me, and you gonna shoot it, and the DVD is gonna deflect the bullet.
I don't think that's gonna work, Gary.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, right?
No.
This is a story that's been in the news the last day or two. A chick did that.
A pregnant lady, was with her and her husband or boyfriend. She's got pregnant at 16, had a 3-year-old kid, 19 years old, pregnant again. They want to get YouTube hits, so her boyfriend convinced her that he gonna hold the book up, get a 50 caliber Desert Eagle and shoot it, and the bullet is going to be caught in the book. And she shot and killed him.
Oh my
Once
God!
again.
She
Once again,
Didn't read the
opioid
script.
epidemic.
Did she hit the book or did she hit him dead?
No, she hit the book, but it's a 50 caliber bullet. 50 caliber bullet go through a brick wall.
I understand. I just think the story would be funnier
And
if
she
she
missed
missed
the
the book.
Wait, that was she fired so close, it's like a foot away.
Couple questions.
okay.
Has this gone to court?
No, she just got arrested. She just got arrested for secondary
So
manslaughter.
when it does go to court, I'm assuming the book will go into evidence. My
Right.
next and final question is, do you think they'll throw it at her?
Yes, that's no miss.
Oh, that was such a good one right there.
Hey,
How did I know it was coming though? I really did. I knew that was
Well-
coming.
you rub it quick enough.
Yeah. That's what Amy said.
Yeah. Wow. Vesuvius.
I'm up for this, by the way. If Wayne wants to shoot Gary,
Oh, you second it? You second that?
we'll start, Gary. We'll ease into it because we need more than one video. So
Well, you got to do a practice one. Do use a 22 first.
We'll do pellet guns first or airsoft.
no, use a real gun, but start with your leg. Just hold it just above your nutsack, just above it.
Wait, this is going to be before or after the episode 500?
I think we should do it after so you at least get some pleasure out of it first.
Well, no, if we do it before, then he can't get Mark pregnant.
Well, true. That's true. Speaking of weirdness, did you guys hear that Caitlyn Jenner is now turned lesbian?
I did read that.
Okay,
My head hurts now.
first of all, I don't think you can tell stories that involve Caitlyn Jenner because as soon as you say Caitlyn, it goes in a completely different direction.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. But no, Caitlyn Jenner,
She's
Bruce
dating a
Jenner,
woman
is now a lesbian
and dating a woman.
and dating a woman.
That's so stupid.
That's almost like you heard about with people, I think it was in Seattle or Portland. It might have been Portland, where it's two husbands. Or one guy is a transgender, the girl's transgendering into a guy, or thinks he's a guy, and gets pregnant.
Interesting.
And says, it's two husbands, two guys that got pregnant, even though one was born a woman.
That's interesting, but let's go back for a second.
Yes.
Was Caitlyn Jenner fucking dudes previously?
No, but now she is a lesbian officially.
Because she liked guys, I guess, and now...
No, I don't think she ever did. I just think she was
a lesbian trapped in a guy's body.
right.
Me too.
I like cream like pastries and stuff, but I'm not gonna
Rob,
emulate one.
talking about like a transgender jizzing a woman. Don't start with I like cream.
I just want to say I love the fact that Rum just compared Caitlyn Jenner to a pastry. He's like, I like pastries, but I don't want to be one.
I'm trying to be sensitive.
That was so beautiful.
I'm sensitive.
Yeah, you're
I'm
sensitive.
sensitive to the
I think
people.
you should get trans dessert
trans
surgery.
dessert.
Tattooed on you.
That's nice. That's great. That's not a ding dong. It's a cream horn, bitch.
Now, do you really think? I mean, do y'all think that's possible, or is this just another fucking
No, it's not possible.
dumb
It's just-
shit that this guy is
it's
doing?
Freaking Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce Jenner sitting in his kitchen in drag, going, "Oh, I made a fucking mistake."
Right.
No, well, first of all, Caitlyn Jenner is completely insane.
He has mental issues.
Look, my stance on transgenders remains and always will. Happy to treat you like whatever you want to be treated until you ask me to pretend that you are a woman in a man's body.
Right.
No, I'm willing to say your name's Caitlyn Jenner. I'm willing to say you're a transgender woman. I don't really care. It's your life. As long as
you're not terraforming my way of thinking.
right. Yeah.
This nigga
As long as you
said
don't ask me to
terraforming.
pretend that biology doesn't exist and that there's multiple genders. There are not. But whatever. But I
Bill
don't know.
Nye
It's
says
really
it.
neat that we have these discussions about this person that ran over, or not ran over, but murdered another human being in vehicular homicide. But we're still like, oh, the chick with a dick is now putting it in another chick. Does not have a dick. Oh, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Kardashians, whatever.
Just a dude in love with another dude.
Yeah. I know who I am.
I didn't see that cut of the movie.
I'm a dude pretending to be a dude who's in love with another dude.
I'm pretty sure Booty Sweat would have been really excited about that.
Bust a nut. I'm eating this bust a nut ball. You heard me?
I thought you were just confused Busta Rhymes.
No.
I'm Bust a Nut.
Bust a nut. You heard me?
Excuse me. I called him Booty Sweat. I meant to say Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Oh, Jesus.
Alpa's the freshest MC I've ever heard.
I have read another story that's quite interesting. A 128-year-old man said that he was Adolf Hitler. Now
nice.
Now, do we believe this old dude, or do we think he's fucking delusional?
He could have Alzheimer's.
Wait, so he's 128 years old.
128 years old, and still alive, by the way.
Is that the age that Hitler would have been?
Probably so.
Well, Hitler supposedly died in 1942.
Two? Yeah.
But how old was he?
He was
I don't know.
51.
So you were born in
let me double check.
I'm not sure exactly.
How old was Hitler?
Here we go. Google. Yeah.
He was 56 years old, and he died supposedly in 45.
How old would he be now?
So that means you were born in 1899.
That Mandela effect, they're saying 45. I said 45.
54 plus 17 is 64.
54, 17,
73 plus 56.
129.
Yeah, so that's pretty close.
Pretty damn close, dude.
I don't know. I say we don't take any chances and just kill him.
Get rid of him. He's like the oldest man alive, and he's 128 years old, and he says he's Hitler. You know what? I believe him. Because
how would that be? Like, that would sort of like I don't believe in the Christian version of God, but I do believe there's something out there. But that would really disprove the concept of a loving God. If the oldest man in the world, a man who made it to 130 years old roughly,
right,
murdered 1 million Jews.
You know what? I don't think. I mean, if you look at it, let's get a little philosophical here.
All right. Drop some knowledge on us, son.
In a lot of texts and stories and stuff, aren't the whether you look at it as a Christian thing or not, the gods, God or gods, wouldn't they take the guy that did the biggest mistakes and go, you're going to live a long life to see what you've done?
You're going to live forever, so you fucking sit there, shit on yourself, and vomit and rot.
But in this case, that would mean that they looked at Adolf Hitler and said, you're going to live long enough to see the iPhone 10.
No, check this out.
Wouldn't it piss him off more to still be alive and go, oh, look at all the gay stuff and all this and that bad Star Trek movie and all that other shit?
Hitler lived long enough to watch Game of Thrones. I'm sure he's loving. He lived long enough so that porn comes to you.
No, but you forget the narrative. What about if everybody's religion wrong? Only Allah is the one. So if he killed all them Jews,
I don't think that's how that works, Gary.
Muslims,
What are you talking about?
Hitler's Muslim.
Yeah, Hitler's a Muslim.
You know what? That sends a lot of mixed messages to a lot of white supremacists.
It's true. It does.
I'm gonna start that rumor. Hitler was a Muslim. That's the name.
That's the name of the episode. Hitler was a Muslim. That's it, right there.
We'll go. Billy. It was a fucking Muslim, man. Hitler was a Muslim. That only makes sense to people who know a guy named Jimmy Lee who lives in Louisiana. But if you do, anyway, you're laughing your dick off.
That's right. That's
right.
But
128, can you imagine? I mean,
the shit you
if
saw?
You have all your faculties, and you're able to still retain a lot of memories and things like that.
He still remembers killing over 1 million Jews, so I mean, I guess he's up with it.
Maybe he's there's some possibilities. Maybe one of his weird occult experiments worked because he had that whole division of the Third Reich.
And you see, that's what I was thinking.
maybe he actually was able to lick the Holy Grail. Maybe he found the Spear of Destiny. I don't know.
See, I'm with you on that. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe one of his fucking weird, science experiments that they were trying to get, maybe not a youth serum, but something that keeps you alive.
Maybe in middle of 1941 when they made that trip to Antarctica, and the U.S. led by Admiral Byrd followed them down there, and there's that whole thing. Maybe that Nazi base down in the bottom of the world has actually got all the secrets to longevity and everything in it.
You damn right. I agree.
That's just the Earth's flat,
The Earth is flat.
You think he gets really confused around breakfast time when when there's breakfast and they ask him if he wants something to drink?
9.
And
I don't get it.
And they're like, "You want any juice?"
Juice.
I thought you were referring to maybe he wanted something toasted.
Would you like me to put this in the oven for you? Yes! Over again!
He had a original signed copy of one of the Brothers Grimm books of, what is it, Hansel and Gretel.
This motherfucker said an original signed.
Oxen Block at Sotheby's. So I wonder if that's where he got his ideas.
Maybe so. You never know, man. Oh, God. Yeah.
Fun facts. Hey, you learn shit here in the MHOG.
You do.
You literally learn shit.
Anyway, it's interesting news. Whether it's right or not, it's interesting.
Yes.
We're a lot like the Colbert Report.
No, we're nothing like the Colbert Report.
Yeah, a lot. We're giving you information that doesn't mean shit. Here you go. Have it. Enjoy it.
We're a lot more entertaining than the Colbert Report.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
We are. We're more like C-SPAN.
Oh, my God.
Or Fox.
No one's broken out into a fist fight on this show.
Almost.
So, Rum.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck do you have to say? You said you had one more thing you were saved to last.
Oh, I already brought it up. It was about that picture of Spock.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
In the universe collapsing, and he screwed everything up.
I agree.
And Spock's died. Spock's died.
Dead Spock.
And his father's dead. Yeah.
I have a story.
Well, go ahead. What else you got?
Is it of a lovely lady?
No, but I do know a chick that had 3 boys of her own.
Do tell.
I was gonna let that hang there.
Awkward.
No, I did something the other day that could have gotten me fired.
What do we do?
Well, I had an order at a big customer, like big money customers.
Okay.
And I was backing in to the place. I have this giant new van with a lot of blind spots, and the only spot open was there was a Corvette as I was backing in to my left. So I had to get as close to it as possible, not get too close because I didn't want to hit it. And then on my right was a line of cars in the grass that I couldn't really see, but I could see their bumpers. So I was backing in, and I heard a horn. And I paused for a second. I looked around. I didn't see anyone or anything. And, there's a lot of cars in this place. So I don't know who it is. So I kept going, pulled up to my spot, put it in park. And I see this guy that works there in my rear view mirror on my left side right in front of the Corvette. Basically, like, when I say waving at me, it doesn't sound like much, but kind of like...
Aggressively flailing?
Aggressively, yeah. And he screams "move" in a very aggressive manner. I rolled down my window and said, "Excuse me?" And he starts doing it again. He says, like telling me to get the fuck. No, he didn't say get the fuck out, but like waving in that get the fuck out of here manner, and yelled "move." And I say, "Hey, man, you don't need to be an asshole about it." I shouldn't have. I'll preface the story by saying I did things I know I shouldn't have done. Like, I'm not completely innocent in this. But I was like, dude, you don't have to be an asshole about it. And he said, what did you say to me? And I said, you don't have to, but I corrected myself. I was like, you don't have to be a jerk about it. You can just ask. And I don't remember exactly what happened over the next minute and a half, but he basically starts yelling at me and cursing me out.
What did you do? That's what I want to know.
Okay, so what this guy was trying to do is he was in one of those cars to my right. He was trying to pull in where I was backing in, okay? I have no way of knowing that. I couldn't see the guy. He's in one of the cars. And like I said, all I could see was the bumpers.
Right.
And in his mind, him honking at me sent a telepathic message to me that said move forward. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm not telepathic. I didn't
know you weren't telepathic.
No,
I thought you were
telekinetic.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that back, Rum. I have no way of reading his horn. It's not a smoke signal. It's just a horn.
He didn't try to do Morse code, did he?
So he wanted a park where you needed to drop something off.
Yes. Now
that's not going to work.
Well, I would have been happy to move forward, except, like I said, this guy starts barking orders at me and talking to me like I'm a dog. Now, I'm used to customers being rude. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens occasionally. Usually I'm fairly able to keep my mouth shut and just deal with it. Right. But when someone starts cursing at me, and I'm not going to pretend like I didn't know what I was doing. I made a clear decision, as I occasionally do in these situations, where I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this ain't happening. So I basically told the guy, I started cursing the guy out as well, as after he started cursing out me. And I said, fuck you, I'm not moving now. And I got out of my van, and he's standing there kind of blocking my way. So I made sure not to touch him, but he's standing in a menacing manner like he's going to hit me. Mm-hmm. And I said, as I'm literally close enough to make out with him, I moved past him and I said, excuse me. And I moved past him, and he starts cursing again, and he called me a fat fucking pussy, which, just as an aside, I do enjoy it when people call me fat as if I'm supposed to be insulted.
Right? Like well aware. I know I'm fat, guy. You don't have to tell me that.
Get outside.
The fucking pussy. Like, if you want to call me a fucking pussy, okay. Like, I don't know how that makes me a fucking pussy, but okay. But the fat part, I'm like, I'm fat. I know. Like, it's not an insult. It's just a description. So the guy's still cursing at me, and I said, hey man, like, all you have to do is ask me nicely, and I'll move. And he said, fuck you. And I was like, all right, then fuck you, bruh. I kept on about my business. He then gets in the car, and here's the best part. At this point, I didn't know what he was doing. He backed out, because you can back out onto the street from there. So I didn't know what he was doing. And I continue delivering my order. And as I'm coming out, like, the second time, because there was a bunch of stuff, the guy's back there again for round 2, and he's still cursing at me. And I looked at him and said, oh, did I hurt your feelings? And I went back inside, and I came out, and then he comes into the building where I'm dropping the stuff off, and he's still yelling at me. And I told him, I was like, this is my boss's name, this is the number, you're welcome to call him right now. I said, please call him right now. And he was like, I'm going to. And I said, dude, either do it or shut the fuck up. And he said, I'm going to do both. And I didn't really know what to do with that. I was really confused. I was like,
well, let him half happy.
So I was like, all right, man, whatever, And so about 20 minutes later, I had one more place to go, and then I was gonna go stop off at work and tell my boss what happened. I get a call from my work, and I just picked up, and I was like, boss? And he's like, yeah. It doesn't say his name. It just says, the name of the business I work for.
Right.
I was like, I knew who it was. I was like, yeah, I was going to come in and talk to you. I just, I had to make one last stop. I'm on my way there right now. He's like, all right. Yeah, we need to have a little sit down. And, so I went and I talked to him, and I was like, look, I said, like, I should have drove away is what I should have did. But I said, look, I can't I know what I did was wrong and it's inappropriate. This is a big customer, but in all honesty, I can't promise you that if a situation like that arose, like, I wouldn't do it again. Like, there's only so much abuse I'm willing to take, and some guy cursing at me, and like I said, look, all they had to do was like walk up, knock on my window, and say, like, hey man, can you move? And I would have been like, even if he said it kind of rude, if he just asked me, I would have been like, oh yeah, man, no problem, and I would have moved. Like, it's literally that simple, And somebody later told me, he's like, well, maybe the guy's having a bad day, and I was like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, that's not appropriate. Like,
so he wasn't even the owner there; he was just some dude,
just some dick.
But the owner also called to talk about. I don't know if the owner was there, but
So the guy was a customer.
I would have went over and took a big dump on his car.
The guy was a customer for this shop, or was he actually?
No, he was the shop foreman. So he was a manager there.
Oh,
Nice.
Well, I'll just take a dump on him then.
But yeah, you know.
Every time you passed him, you should have just squeezed a little fart out. Every time.
Oh, I should have just vomited.
Make it really uncomfortable for him. Little puffs.
I'm
There
pretty
you
sure
go.
the whole place smells like shit. But yeah, I mean, I'm lucky my boss didn't freak out. I mean, he was upset, you know, but he did.
Honestly, if it was your boss, in my opinion, should have backed you a little bit and said, "Hey, you need to keep your employees' mouth shut if you want us to be delivering your product on time."
From what I understand, and I'll give the guy credit. Apparently, when he called, because he called and the owner called, and he said he lost his temper. But whatever. But apparently the owner was kind of apologetic. And I told my boss, I said, look, if you want me to call the owner and apologize, I'm happy to do that. What I did was inappropriate. I'm not apologizing to that guy, you know, because, and I told him this several times. I was like, the only thing I did wrong was curse the guy out. Everything else is on fucking him. You know, like that's.
Say Adam, off the air. Tell me the shop name off the air.
Okay.
Cause I might know some people over there. Cause it's like I used to drive tow trucks. I delivered to a lot of shops. That shop with the Corvette sounds kind of familiar, especially with assholes.
No, I don't want you talking to somebody.
No. I don't drive tow trucks no more. I'm just saying, you know.
He's just curious on who it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I can tell you where it is. You'll know it. It's a big one. But yeah, I mean, I easily could have been fired. You know.
Well, thank God you're not, dude.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I would have been fucked. But,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I can't, like, I'm making jokes about it, but I mean, wasn't, you know, I really should have walked away. It was very inappropriate, you know. So yeah, but I was just like, you know, I don't ask for this shit. Like, you know, and to be fair to me, like, this is probably the first time that I did something wrong. Like, I got into it with a couple of different places. Both of them were shitholes though. Like, if we like one of them, well, actually no, we won't deliver to either one anymore. The first one was the day that the Trayvon Martin sentence came down. And it was this fucking asshole. And I was just supposed to, like, it was already paid for. I was just supposed to drop this thing off. And the guy had, like, calls my boss. And he's like, what the fuck is this? And he's cursing at him. And then, like, as my boss calls me and says, just leave. And I said, okay. And then the guy starts yelling about Trayvon Martin. Like, you fucking white boys all lost your goddamn mind with all this Trayvon Martin shit. And I was like, oh, no, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You've wasted about a half hour of my time, A. B, fuck you. I was like, fuck you and Trayvon Martin. No one gives a shit. White people don't care about Trayvon Martin. Sorry.
See, I got my black card right here.
You got your black card? Yeah. Did you show your black card?
Gary?
What?
No one knows what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, no, he was saying, did you show your black card?
Exactly.
Like, hey, bitch, you see this black card?
No, I didn't, but I almost pulled out my dick. That's enough of a black card. But no, there was that, you know, and I drove off, and that was in a bad neighborhood. Like, this was an old man. I don't think he had a gun, but it was in a bad neighborhood for me to be, like, arguing with him about Trayvon Martin, who, again, I don't.
Well, I've got a little bit of advice, Adam. I've been doing some reading on some different Asian texts and things about being calm and zenning out and stuff. And I want to. There's a quote I found.
Tai Chi.
It's from the 15th century. I'll try to translate it into English, and I think it says something like, "You've got to know when to hold them, and know when to fold them."
Rum, you fight people in the street.
Know when to walk away, Rum. Know when to run.
Last time you were in New Orleans, you pushed a guy's car into an.
Was that the last time?
And yeah. Then you threw a garbage can at him.
I did throw a garbage can at him.
Damn.
Welcome to New Orleans, yeah!
Wait, was he drunk or was he sober?
Oh no, he was sober.
I was sober.
Rum was
trying to
sober.
get parking at the fucking restaurant or something, I think.
It's better than that. No, you were trying to get through the French Quarter. I think you
The
were.
French Quarter. That's why the fucking thing was blocked up. Because that fucking thing at the whatever it was, Superdome shit.
It's better than that, Gary. He and his dad were trying to fight this guy.
Yeah, both of them.
You're not the rum guy. You're the rage guy. I don't want to hear shit from you.
And we're back with the rage guy.
Wait. You actually want to get in an argument with him, Adam?
Yeah, we got into it pretty well. Yeah, I forgot that was the last time I was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Wow, that was no, it wouldn't be. It was like the Christmas show.
Yeah, you're right. The last time you were was for the 200th episode.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But it was just like that was the second to last time.
Right. That was. It's hard to keep track of those because there's only like 6 of them.
Yeah.
You know.
But
well, that's the only times I've ever gotten angry.
6 times, right?
6 times in my life.
Dude, you've been angry 6 times on this show tonight.
And welcome back. Yeah.
Well, I think if anything we've learned on this show is J.J. Abrams screwed everything up for Star Trek.
And Spock did die.
Spock's dad is dead.
Spock's dad's dead.
Oh.
Spock's
which
dead.
is actually kind of bizarre. Is it his dad? Is the new Spock really his dad's child, or is it old Spock's gave birth to himself somehow?
That is trippy.
That's trippy, right?
You know what, Rum? That's why.
The Genesis experiment. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Rum? That's why Nick Fury's black now because of you.
That's not a real Nick Fury.
And that's why Ben Grimm's black too.
Yes, Ben Grimm is black too.
Who?
Ben Grimm.
Ben Grimm, the thing.
Ben Grimm wasn't black. That was Johnny Storm.
Oh no, that's right.
Oh,
Johnny
yeah,
Storm.
Johnny Storm, yeah, Johnny Storm was black.
was black. That's right.
I don't think he's black. I think he just burnt.
Wow, that was racist.
That was a big race card right there. Yeah, Rum. Coming out hot.
I call people nigger all the time, and I thought that was racist.
That was hot.
Well, dude, I'm just saying. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, guys, on this show we've talked about men that are lesbians, Star Wars people that went crazy, Rum's Star Trek episode.
Getting shot by a 50 caliber bullet.
Shot by a 50 caliber bullet. We've dropped
The
our
Mondo
Mondo contest thing.
I do want to tell people that stay tuned in the next. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to do it. If I'm going to wait for somebody else to see the movie, but I'll be doing.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Nice.
I'm not doing it right now just because the movie's not out.
Right.
I mean, I've seen some people post reviews, but like.
So wait,
I'm really excited not to see it.
one question, Adam. They literally had your name on the seat last night.
How did you know that?
He asked me.
Inside information, man.
And if my comments seem to be about the human torch being burnt, I apologize if that seemed racist. I just was doing the math, and it just seemed to be. Never mind. Anyway, moving on.
Rum, you're all right, bro.
Yeah. You in South Carolina. Or North Carolina.
Gary, I didn't post a picture of that.
No. Gary asked how he's got tickets for it. How you got tickets for it?
I said, how do you weasel? I thought Wayne had tickets for it. I said, how do you weasel tickets out of it?
I said, I didn't get no tickets.
Got tickets. And I said, you use +1? He said, no, Adam literally has a seat assigned to him.
Yeah.
Oh, because my seat did have my name on it.
See, I didn't know. I didn't know that for sure. I was just telling him.
I would ask. I know one of the last time when they remodeled the Saints in the Superdome, they actually had the season ticket holders that actually had the monogram seats with that last name on it if you bought the seat.
They didn't do that. They just taped a piece of construction paper with my name on it.
Was your name in glitter?
Did you take the paper?
Yeah.
No, my friend Bill did, and I was like, I'm not fucking taking.
Was your name in macaroni?
Some little special kid made you a macaroni fucking name and put it on the seat.
Shit, I wish he would. I
didn't have to get no popcorn. Fuck, just some hot water.
I like Spider-Man.
Just,
It'd be the Buffalo Wild Wings macaroni.
See, you would have had to show up to the BSI and just grab the little green paper. I mean, it's not guaranteed. I will say this is kind of racist. We were walking up at the theater, and like on the side we were on, we were coming from it doesn't matter, but we were coming from if you're facing the theater, the right side of the theater, we had parked on the right side, and walking up, and like, you know, whenever they do these free, you know, free previews, you always see the long line outside, which thankfully our seats were assigned, so we didn't have to worry about that bullshit waiting, hoping to get in. And like the line's all the way out to the end of the theater, and I was like, it's a lot of fucking black people, man. Black people really love Spider-Man. And then as I got closer, I looked on the other side, and there was another line. I was like, it's a lot of fucking white people. Are these lines fucking segregated? What the fuck's going on? It turns out the movie Girls Night Out with Queen Latifah that was filmed here, what I was talking about, they were also doing a screening.
So all the white people were going to that movie?
Yeah, all the white people were going to see that, and all the black people were going. Yeah.
The black people. I thought the shit was segregated. I was like, what? Like, God damn, all these people of color bullshit got out of hand. I was like, God damn, you can't even stand. You got to have your own Spider-Man line and shit, niggas. Come on.
Miles Morales, bro.
You got the safe Spider-Man movie and the safe Spider-Man movie.
Miles Morales, bro.
Nah, he wasn't in it.
No, he wasn't.
That's awful.
I will say this was a very multicultural movie.
But was it fun?
Segregated Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. I'm rewriting the movie right now.
Yeah, me too.
Like, oh my god, no, I can't even. This is awful. Everything I'm thinking of is wrong.
It's good.
Wait, no, I can tell one more story. I'm not going to talk about what happened in the movie here,
Right.
But I'll tell you what fucking happened running up to the movie. So I'm sitting there in the middle of the theater, eating way more popcorn than I should have, and drinking my Coke Icy. And the lady who gave us the seats, like, walks out in front of the theater, and she's like, "We got 2 special guests." And I shouldn't make fun of the movie. She was a nice woman, but so they had a couple of presentations. The first group of people she brought up, there was a guy who, as soon as he walked in, I was like, "It's John Cena." Like goddamn John Cena. He had his hat backwards and everything, and he had like a girlfriend, and I'd seen them earlier. And I remember thinking, like, she's fucking fine. Oh, is she dating that douchebag? I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he looked like a douchebag. He looked like, you know, like, have you ever been to the gym and you see the guys in the weightlifting section that you're pretty sure after they finish working out are going to jerk each other off? That's what he looked like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
All the time.
Yeah.
Moving on past that analogy.
So she's like, these guys, they're like Spider-Man. Like, so apparently they make videos around town where they like do like parkour kind of shit.
Okay.
I thought maybe they were running down the aisle with like those like wacky walkers, like the little hands. You know, when you used to have
are like cans of fucking silly string.
Silly string.
No, but he did do a handstand at some point.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Good the Argentine Spider-Man there.
He introduces himself and he's like, "Yeah, you should follow me on Instagram." To which one black guy yelled out, "They took away our fucking phones." And he was like, "Oh, right." And he's like, "And this is my girlfriend." And there was a row of children behind us, they're about 8-year-old boys. And when they introduced the girl, one of them went, "Whoa, whoa."
which that was called instantaneous puberty.
I did feel something wet on my cheek.
Oh shit!
He fucking exploded.
I started laughing hysterically, and then they went away, and I was like, "That's weird." And then they brought out, this was kind of sad. So, y'all might have seen this because y'all pay attention to this shit more than I do. They brought out some little black kid that I guess has been on ESPN, and I think he's dying.
You talk about the one in the Saints.
Yeah, the little boy who's been with the Saints and stuff.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, there was a moment where I was like, "Is that Webster?" And then as she was talking about him, I was like, "Or is that like one of those people that has one of those diseases that they're 40 years old and they look like they're 8?"
Fucking Benjamin Button.
I didn't know that kind of shit. Yeah, but like looking older. But I I mean, I wasn't trying to be rude. I asked my friend sitting next to me. I was like, "Is that kid dying?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's the kid hangs out with Drew Brees and."
Yeah, he hangs out with the Saints.
Yeah, he was with Saints at Saints game all this year, all last year.
He did like a little skit, kind of like I don't know, like it was weird. And the thing was, like, they didn't give him like a microphone or a bullhorn or some shit like that. So I didn't really hear what the fuck he was talking about. It was just like, all right, I guess he's dying. And then he sat in front of us.
Hello, how are you?
And I gotta say, you know, like I really, you know, I'm sorry this kid is sick, and I wish him well, and I really hope he lives. But does every nigga have to talk during the goddamn movie? I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm just saying that kid.
He was like, talking during the whole movie.
I was like, God damn, you know, like.
Say, bro, I know you special, and this is like your Make-A-Wish, motherfucker. Well, I'm making my wish right now. Stop this shit.
I have one question though. Did they show
had like 3 jokes, but I don't know if that kid's dying or if he's just another kind of sick. So I didn't really want to make it. I was like,
I hear you.
But
what's your question, Gary?
Did they show the Al Gore?
The trailer for
the Al Gore movie.
No, they didn't show any trailer.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you should when you get a screen.
Gary? What Al Gore movie?
Al Gore's got a new movie, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Is it about him inventing the internet?
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was the little skits. And shit.
Normally when you do when they do a fucking
movie,
they don't do it.
Tonight.
I know. You've learned a lot. So remember,
We've laughed, we've cried.
Hitler's still living.
We got in a fight. This is like old school. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, Wayne has to edit this and put it up tomorrow.
Yeah, I got to put this up tomorrow. So, and I got to go take care of a kid too because he's about to get up, I'm sure. Anyway, so thank you guys for joining us. It's great to have Rum back in the saddle again. That's right. He's back. Yeah, you know. Thank you as always, Gary, for joining us, and
thank you.
Of course, the King, Buck Lightning,
Uncle Reb.
Okay.
Whatever, dude. Goddamn, giving you props. You just like, thanks. Okay.
All right. But all right. Let's go.
I'm good. All right. Well, thanks, guys. And
I love your monotone voice.
Yeah, you like that? Anyway, thanks again. And remember to, I was your host, Wayne.
Uber Gary.
I'm gonna miss the Rum Guy.
I'm not JJ.
And remember to keep it dynamite.
That's it.
Get the fuck